Are you looking for detailed information to help you decide if you should enroll in a Medicare Supplement Plan N? Stay tuned. Hello, my name is Billy Williams, Medicare Health Insurance Options. I am an independent agent. I specialize in the senior market. In this video, I'm going to be talking in considerable detail about the Medicare Supplement Plan N. We're going to begin by going back in time to a little bit before the Plan N was first introduced to the market. To do that, we'll need to go back to the year 2010. In the year 2010, the Medicare Supplement Plan letters that were available to the marketplace went through a little bit of an update. We're going to first show you what the Medicare Supplement plans were like before June 1st, 2010. You will see on this list there is no Plan N. So what happened during this time frame is that there were a few plans that were very similar. For example, the Plan G and the H and the I were very similar. The Plan H and the Plan I were removed, and just the Plan G was left to replace those three plans. The Plan J and the Plan F were very similar, so those plans were also merged together to give us what's considered the current day standard Plan F. There was a Plan E that was removed from the list, and then there were 4 different new plans that were added to the choice of Medicare Supplement Plan letters. Those include Plan K, Plan L, Plan M, and Plan N. Now, I have never sold a Plan K or an L or an M. These plans do not have a good value, therefore we do not recommend them to our customers. However, the Plan N is certainly a plan that has been worth considering since the first implementation of this plan into the marketplace in June of 2010. So even though the Plan N became available in the marketplace about 9 years ago, in the early years it wasn't that very well known. It wasn't that popular. We did not have a lot of people choosing the Plan N. During this time frame, primarily we were looking at the Plan F and the Plan G. And the reason we're talking about the Plan F and the Plan G is because things that have occurred and changes that have happened in these two plans do affect our decision-making process whenever we may recommend a Plan N to our customers. So we're going back to 2010. For several years after these updates were made, we would look at the Plan F and we would look at the Plan G when we were recommending plans to one of our new or prospective customers. What we would do is we would first look at the list of companies that we felt confident in doing business with, and then we would find the least expensive Plan F that our customer could get in their area, and then we would look for the least expensive Plan G, and we would compare the difference in price of those two plans. We would see how much different the monthly premium was. We would then multiply that by 12. We would see what an individual's annual savings would be if they were to switch to a Plan G, and then we would compare that to the difference in the plans, which is the Part B deductible. So at that time, if the annual savings was more than the current Part B deductible, then sometimes it made sense to change to a Plan G to save money. And in this case, we're only looking at what is going to happen as far as the monthly premium for the following 12 months. The reason for this is that we know that every insurance company that we currently work with, when we quote you a rate for Medicare Supplement Plan, that rate is locked in and will not change for 12 months. Now, at the end of 12 months, the Medicare supplement policy that you're on may have a rate increase. And this is another important factor that we take into consideration when we might be considering more of a long-term strategy as compared to just looking at the next 12 months. The Plan F had been a very popular plan during this period of time for a few reasons. It had been around for a while. People knew what it was, people understood how it worked, and it paid for all of the out-of-pocket expenses that Medicare did not cover for doctor and hospital bills that were covered under Part A or Part B. So an individual could be confident to know that if they had a Medicare Supplement Plan F, they would not have any other out-of-pocket expenses for doctor hospital bills. And this was certainly a good thing. The issue was we started to see larger increases in the Plan F than we did for individuals that we started moving to a Plan G. And there are a number of reasons why this was happening. Before we continue, I want to explain a little bit about how rate increases happen on a Medicare supplement policy. So whenever you get a Medicare supplement plan, you are added to a group of people. That group is determined by where you live, what plan letter that you choose, and also what insurance company that you enroll with. When you join a group of people, you then share the risk together for the future. The insurance company is required to keep very accurate records of all of the premiums that are paid to the insurance company from that group, and also all of the claims that they pay out to individuals in that group. They are required to maintain a minimum ratio, 80% premiums to claims. What this means is that for every $100 that everyone in your group pays to the insurance company, they are required to pay back out at least $80 in claims. If the insurance company, after submitting their numbers to the insurance commissioner each year, can show that they have paid out more than 80%, they do ask permission for a rate adjustment, and therefore you will normally see a rate increase on your Medicare supplement premium on an annual basis. Now, the insurance company cannot single you out. If you get a rate increase on your Medicare supplement plan, so does everyone else on that plan in your area. Now, so what was happening is we started to notice that customers that we had on a Plan F compared to those that had the Plan G, when there was a rate increase, the percentage of increase on the Plan F tended to be a larger percentage. And this caused some difficulty because what it made us do is we had to move these customers more often. And when I say move, what I mean is that we do an annual review for all of our customers every year. We're going to know in advance when a rate increase is coming. We will know what your current rate is. We will know what your new rate is going to be in the near future. Then we can compare the new rate to other companies offering that same plan in your area, and then we can make a change or move you if doing so would assist you in getting the cost of your Medicare supplement plan down somewhat. So obviously, if we can wait longer before we have to consider making a move, it is a good thing for our customers. Now, there's a few reasons that the Plan F was experiencing larger increases, and it has to do with some of the rules in the Medicare system. Okay, one reason why the Plan G was getting smaller increases is because of the difference between a Plan F and a Plan G. The Plan F does not have a deductible. The Plan G does have a Part B deductible. The year 2019, when this video was made, the Part B deductible was $185. That can change in the future. If a person has a Medicare Supplement Plan G, their Part B deductible will reset each calendar year. So the first $185 of Part B medical care that an individual receives each year that's not a stay in the hospital, that is, it's under Part B, you are responsible for the first $185. This simply means that as a group, individuals who have a Plan G, there is at least a slight psychological deterrent built into unneeded overuse. Simply put, an individual who has a Medicare Supplement Plan G, they might be a little more cautious and a little less likely to receive medical care when it's not needed. Therefore, the claims in the group who have the Plan G are going to be smaller. Therefore, their rate increases will also be less in the future. Another important factor to understand why the Plan F was receiving larger rate increases has to do with the idea that there are some circumstances where a Plan F group would have to accept new enrollees without asking any health questions. All right, so I'm going to show a few things here. These are a couple of reasons why individuals who are getting a Medicare supplement plan can get a Plan F without asking any health questions. In other words, it is guaranteed issue. And then if the individual in the same circumstance wanted to get a Plan G, they would have to go through underwriting and answer health questions before they could get an approval. Okay, so if you will see here in these next two images, this is going to give us a few examples of situations where an individual might have guaranteed issue rights. So one common situation is an individual at age 65, they are eligible to get Part A and Part B of Medicare, but they may still be working, or they have access to a group health plan at a spouse's place of employment. When they leave the group plan, they do have the option to get a Medicare supplement plan. They do not have an open enrollment, but they do have guaranteed issue rights. The guaranteed issue rights state here that an individual has the right to purchase certain plan letters without answering any health questions. And currently, that includes Plan F. But as you can see, it does not include Plan G. Another example, as you can see here, an individual may have a Medicare Advantage plan, which is a network policy, and for one or more different reasons, they are losing that coverage. It could include moving, or it could be that the Medicare Advantage plan has decided no longer to offer that plan in their area. If this is the case, then this individual also has a guaranteed issue right, and they can get a Medicare Supplement Plan F without answering any health questions. But if that individual wants a Plan G, they will have to go through underwriting and answer health questions and get approved. Now, why is this important to you? The reason why this is more important to you, because if you are in a group of individuals and your rates in the future depend on the claims that are experienced by everyone in your group, it's better for you to have healthy people join your group as compared to those who may have some health challenges. So therefore, if you are on a Plan F, it's possible, if you stay on the Plan F for a few years in a row, there are a considerable number of individuals who are joining your plan that may have higher claims than someone else who might decide to get on a Plan G. So if, on the other hand, you do have a Plan G and individuals are joining your group who have had to go through underwriting, who have had to answer some health questions and may be a little healthier, that's good for you because they will be paying into the system and they may not be taking out of the system in the area of claims as much as an individual who has had to go to a Plan F. So this is a trend that we started to see over time. Individuals that we put on a Plan F compared to those who put on a Plan G, their percentage increases were higher. Now we're starting to see some changes in this trend, and this is one of the reasons why the Plan N has become more of an attractive offer. People are more interested in the Plan N. People are asking about it and doing research for the Plan N. One of the things that has caused this change is a law that was passed back in 2015. This law was called MACRA. MACRA stands for Medicare Access and Chip Reauthorization Act. Now, if you look below this video, I have made some other videos that might be helpful that go into a little bit more detail about MACRA and the Plan F and so forth. For the purposes of this video, the reason we're mentioning this is for a couple of reasons. Number one is, in the future, individuals who are new to Medicare, this means individuals who turn 65 on January 1, 2020, those individuals will no longer be able to get a Medicare Supplement Plan F. Now, Plan F is not going away. Anyone who has a Plan F now can keep it. Anyone who turns 65 before January 1, 2020 will still be able to get a Plan F. However, no new individuals can get a Plan F. So what that means is if you currently have a Plan F and there are no new people choosing the Plan F, that means you are basically on what we refer to as a closed group, right? So if you have a closed group, really the only thing that can happen is people can leave your group, but no new, young, healthy individuals are joining your group. Therefore, if we look at that situation as far as the near future or the long term, that's not a good place to be. Another thing that has been determined is that individuals who need guaranteed issue situations in the future will no longer be able to get a Plan F as well. What's going to happen in the future is guaranteed issue is going to be Plan G. So what this means to you is if you are considering a Plan G, or if you currently are on a Plan G in the future, there are individuals who will be able to join your group, and these individuals may be joining your group under guaranteed issue circumstances. Under guaranteed issue circumstances, they do not have to answer any health questions. Now, this all brings us back to the beginning, and should you consider a Plan N? And the reason that we're going to say yes, you should at least be aware of the Plan N is simply because starting next year, the Plan N will be a plan that you can go to and know that for the foreseeable future, no individuals will be able to choose the Plan N under guaranteed issue circumstances. And that will help you in the future. So we have continued to see very low, very stable price increases on individuals who have the Plan N. So what is the Plan N and how does it work? The Plan N is very similar to a Plan F or a Plan G in several situations. Number one, it's exactly the same if you receive care covered under Part A. Part A of Medicare is called hospital. Part A covers you if you are admitted to the hospital or if you are in a skilled nursing facility or rehab center or hospice care. A Plan F, a Plan G, and a Plan N will all pay 100% for any medical care that is received under Part A. So if you're admitted to the hospital, you come home, you should not receive any medical bills from the hospital. The Plan G and the Plan N are also the same in that you are responsible for the Part B deductible. The Part B deductible this year, which is the year 2019, is $185. That number can change in the future. So if you have a Plan N each calendar year, that resets. You will pay the first $185 or whatever the Part B deductible is in the future. You will pay that deductible for any Part B medical care you receive at the beginning of each calendar year. There's a few things that are different about the Plan N. Number one, if you go see a doctor, if you have a doctor visit after your Part B deductible is covered, if the doctor sends a claim to Medicare that includes a doctor office visit fee, you will have a copayment. You're going to pay 20% of the doctor office visit fee on a sliding scale, but with a maximum of $20. So it cannot be more than $20, but it can be less. If we're talking to individuals who do have a number of different health conditions that they are dealing with, maybe they have a number of specialists, they go to the doctor quite often, maybe once a month, we most likely will not recommend a Plan N because of the co-payments. However, if you are like many of the individuals that we work with and are relatively healthy and only go to the doctor on a routine basis every few times a year, then considering a Plan N certainly is a good option. Okay, another possible out-of-pocket expense on a Plan N is $50 copayment at a hospital emergency. If you are treated at the hospital emergency room and then are admitted to the hospital, there is no copayment. If you go to some other urgent care facility that's not a hospital emergency room, there is no copayment. The last thing to mention about a Medicare Supplement Plan N is that the Plan N does not pay for Part B excess charges. If you look below, you will see a link to another video that I have made that goes into more details talking specifically about the Part B excess charges. So what is a Part B excess charge? A Part B excess charge is a charge that a doctor can charge you up to 15% more than what Medicare combined with your Medicare supplement is normally paying a doctor. Information that's available to us from insurance companies that have researched this issue stipulate that somewhere around 96% of doctors do accept assignment, which means that they will accept whatever Medicare is willing to pay together with the Medicare Supplement Plan as payment in full. This means if a doctor does accept assignment, you will not have a Part B excess charge. In my opinion, it's very rare that an individual will have a Part B excess charge. Other information that has been made available to us by one of the major companies that we work with, Aetna Health and Life, they were able to do some research and report to us that in the claims that they have filed in recent years, 99% of those claims did not involve any Part B excess charges. So we do not feel like the issue of a Part B excess charge is a reason to be worried about getting a Plan N or should cause you to decide not to get a Plan N. We do not consider this to be an important issue. When can you get a Plan N? Medicare supplement plans are considered guaranteed renewable insurance. This means as long as you pay your monthly premium, you can change your Medicare supplement anytime. You only agree to be on a Medicare supplement plan 1 month at a time as you pay your monthly premium. If you have a Medicare supplement plan now, you can price shop or consider changing your plan letter at any time. If you currently have a Medicare Advantage plan and you are considering changing to a Medicare Supplement Plan N, you most likely will need to wait until the annual election period. The Medicare annual election period is from October 15th through December 7th. During this time frame, you could send an application to an insurance company requesting enrollment in a Medicare Supplement Plan N. In that circumstance, the Plan N would start on January 1. If you are replacing a Medicare Supplement policy, or if you are moving from a Medicare Advantage to a Medicare Supplement and you send an application to an insurance company asking to enroll in a Medicare Supplement Plan N, in most cases you will have to answer some general health questions. This is not a big problem because we do help individuals move or change their Medicare supplement on a regular basis. If you would like to find out if you could qualify for a Medicare Supplement Plan N, if you are curious what the rates would be for you in your area, we would be very happy to talk to you about your options. I am an independent agent. I work with many different companies. I am currently licensed in 35 states. This means I do work with individuals all throughout the United States. My services to you are always free. We are very friendly. We are very easygoing. We would be very happy to spend the time to look at your situation, explain any options that you have, and also assist you in the application process. We do most of the work for you. I certainly do hope that you have found that this video and the information in it has been helpful to you. I know the choices of health insurance are very important, and it is important for you to have the proper information to help you in the decision-making process. I would ask you to subscribe to our channel so that you will get mention of any future videos that we might have coming out in the near future. Also, if you have any questions, please comment below, and we ask you to like and share this video.